Director of Frederick County Office of Economic Development, Helen Prophesier, has been a part of Frederick County Government for 30 years. But now Prophesier is ready to write a new chapter for her life.
My last day with Frederick County will be June 22nd. I hit my 30-year mark back in April and have been thinking about what's next, but thought that it was time to try something new.
Her journey with Frederick County Government started in 1992, and since then, she has had many roles and has seen quite a bit of changes.
30 years ago, I started at 520 North Market Street. It's now a housing development, but back in those days, it was the job training agency, which then rebranded themselves to Workforce Services. What a different work environment that was. I mean, to the point where everyone had a desk, no computers, no internet, no cell phones, and a lot of papers because everything was done by hand. Started back at Workforce Services working with manufacturers who were downsizing at the time. Had an opportunity to go with Frederick Community College and not only sell workforce services, but also sell all the classes and business resources that Frederick Community College had. Ended with Workforce Services, overseeing the youth services program, which, looking back over 30 years, is still one of my favorite jobs I ever had. And then I moved into economic development as the assistant director, started working with the biotech industry, and then moved into the director role and have watched, my goodness, the biotech industry truly take off and create us as a leader. The craft beverage industry, which didn't exist 30 years ago. And my goodness, we have a cannabis industry. Who would have predicted that?
In the early 2000s, Prophesier took charge of the Office of Economic Development, even when a recession came in her path.
I came into the Office of Economic Development back in 2007, and that's when we hit a recession. And so my excitement kind of changed to how do we help businesses become more resilient? And then I felt like the wheels on the train started really chugging fast, and our trajectory has really grown with businesses wanting to be here, businesses that are here expanding.
As the Director of Office of Economic Development, Prophesier personally saw thousands of businesses grow in Frederick County, and she made sure that her and her team of talented individuals were always able to hold the door open for more businesses to come into the county.
We try to work with about 5 businesses a week. So if you think there are 52 weeks in a year, and I've been doing this for 15 years, my guess is a little bit over 3,000 businesses. So a lot of businesses here in the county that I've personally worked with. So my job here as director is I have a staff of 10. Some of that team works with the agriculture business industry. Some work with business retention. So all the businesses that are already in Frederick County, helping them expand and get the resources they need to thrive. And then we have a business attraction team. And then in addition to that, we have about 30 staff with workforce services. I remember when Frederick County was a location that we felt like if the business couldn't afford to locate in Montgomery County or even Howard County, we might be third choice, right? So we weren't the prom date, but if that girl said no or the next girl said no, then all of a sudden we became attractive. Well, that's no more. We are not only the prom date, but we're, the queen. Recently, we announced Kite Pharma, who is a game changer for personalized medicine. We have Kroger Ocado. We have Illume during COVID, 1,500 jobs. That's not too shabby.
Prophesier is saying goodbye, but she hopes her legacy will carry on and that the temple she built at Office of Economic Development will always stay strong.
It's truly been an honor and a joy, and I will miss it. Never would have thought that I would have stayed at the same employer for 30 years. I think it's a great time to actually leave economic development because it's the top of the pyramid right now. There's so much good happening in economic development, and every member of this team is so passionate and so skilled that whoever gets this job next is just going to inherit a great time to be in economic development and a great team. And then I don't know what comes next. It might not match what I've done with workforce services and economic development, but I want to wake up every morning and feel like I'm giving back to our community in some way.